Have you ever noticed that even when everything seems stuck in your life, something bigger is moving behind the scenes of the universe in your favor? If you were born under the sign of Leo, you need to watch this video until the end, because I'm going to reveal something that will completely change the way you see this moment in your journey. God is preparing a great reward for you, Leo, and it's much bigger than you can imagine right now. While you've faced seemingly endless challenges, while you've given your best without seeing the return you deserve, while you've wondered when your life will finally turn around, the universe has been silently working to arrange the pieces on your chessboard. And this reward that's coming isn't just about money or material achievements. It's about everything you asked for in your most sincere prayers, in moments when only you and God knew what was happening in your heart. This video will show you exactly what's being prepared for you, the signs that prove your time is coming, and what you need to do to be ready when this gigantic blessing knocks on your door. But there's an important detail here, Leo. If you don't understand what's happening now, you might end up missing out on or delaying this reward by not recognizing the path the universe is showing you. So stay with me until the end, because every piece of information here will help you align your energy with this abundance that's already on its way. And you can be sure of one thing. After this video, you'll look at your life with different eyes and realize that everything always made sense. First truth. Every tear she shed has been counted and will be rewarded. Leo, you need to understand something very profound about your journey so far. Every tear you shed, every night you slept with a heavy heart, every moment you looked to the sky asking for strength to continue, all of this was recorded by the universe. Nothing you went through was in vain, absolutely nothing. There is a spiritual law that few people know, but that governs all of creation. This law says that every sincere effort, every pain endured with dignity, every time you chose to be light even in the darkness, all of this generates an energetic credit in the universe. And Leo, your credit is enormous now. God is not unjust, and the universe does not ignore those who continue to believe, even when everything seems impossible. You who are a Leo have a very special characteristic. You possess a generous heart and an inner strength that impresses even the celestial energies. How many times have you helped other people even when you yourself needed help? How many times have you been strong for others when inside you were feeling weak? How many times have you given love, time, energy, resources without expecting anything in return? All of this is coming back to you now, multiplied. The reward that God is preparing has to do with divine justice. You will receive back everything you gave, but in a much greater proportion. And I'm not just talking about material things. You will receive peace of mind, you will receive true relationships, you will receive opportunities that will take you once and for all out of that place where you felt stagnant. You know that feeling that you deserve more, that there is something greater waiting for you? That feeling is not an illusion, Leo. It is your soul recognizing the truth. You really deserve more, and that more is coming. But there is something important you need to do now. You need to cleanse your heart of any resentment, any bitterness, any feeling of injustice. Because the reward that is coming cannot enter a heart that still holds bitterness. Forgive those who need to be forgiven, not for them but for yourself. Release everything that is heavy, everything that binds you to the past. God's reward comes accompanied by lightness, renewal, a true new beginning. And for you to receive all of this with open arms, you need to have your hands free, no longer holding on to anything from the past. The universe is looking at you with pride now, Leo. You passed the test of perseverance. You proved that your faith is greater than your circumstances. And now the time for reward has arrived. Second truth. Your enemies will witness your victory. Leo, this second truth will deeply touch your heart, because I know you've already faced people who doubted you, who underestimated you, who rooted against your happiness. I want you to know something very powerful. The reward that God is preparing for you will not happen in secret. It will be public, it will be seen by all. And this is not out of vanity or to feed your ego. It's because it's part of divine justice that those who judged you, who spoke ill of you, who tried to diminish you, will see with their own eyes that they were completely wrong. You who are a Leo already know what it's like to be the target of envy. You already know what it's like to have people who pretend to root for you but secretly hope for your failure. Your natural brilliance bothers those who live in inner darkness. Your courage to be authentic threatens those who live behind masks. Your determination to pursue your dreams exposes the cowardice of those who gave up on their own dreams. That's why you attracted opposition. That's why you encountered obstacles that often came through other people. But the time for change has come, Leo. God will exalt you right in front of those who humiliated you. You will conquer exactly what they said you weren't capable of conquering. You will shine exactly where they tried to extinguish your light. And you know what's most powerful about all this? You won't need to prove anything to anyone. Your life will speak for itself. Your achievements will be the answer to all the doubts cast upon you. Your sincere smile will be proof that you overcame everything they tried to do to bring you down. But there's something very important I need to tell you about this. When that reward arrives and your enemies witness your victory, you need to keep your heart clean. Don't fall into the trap of wanting revenge, of wanting to rub your victory in the faces of those who hurt you. The true victory of a Leo isn't in belittling others. It's in elevating yourself so much that those people simply cease to matter in your life. You will be so busy living your blessings, so happy with your achievements, so surrounded by people who truly love you, that there won't be any space left in your mind to think about those who were left behind. This is the most powerful revenge there is, to live so well that you forget those who hurt you. And when those people see you like this, when they realize you've won and still maintained your essence, when they notice you've risen without stepping on anyone, then they'll understand how wrong they were about you. Some will even try to get close again, try to reconnect with you, and then it will be your choice, Leo. You can forgive, you can even make room for new opportunities for coexistence. But never forget who was by your side when everything was difficult, and who only appeared after everything improved. Third truth. The desert you crossed prepared you for the palace that awaits you. This truth is perhaps the most profound of all, Leo. So open your heart wide to receive this message. You have complained about the desert, you have wondered why you had to spend so much time in that arid place without seeing results, without seeing fruits, feeling like you were walking in circles. But what you didn't know is that this desert was never a punishment. It was always a preparation. God didn't put you there to destroy you. He put you there to strengthen you. He put you there to teach you, to mold you, to transform you into the version that is ready to receive everything that is coming. Because, you see, the reward that is being prepared for you is so great that you needed to go through a maturation process so as not to get lost when it arrived. How many people have you seen who received great things but were not prepared and ended up losing everything? How many people gained money and lost their character? How many people achieved success and lost their humility? How many people gained relationships but didn't have the maturity to maintain them? This will not happen to you, Leo, because the desert taught you things that only the desert teaches. It taught you patience, it taught you to value every little blessing. It taught you that your strength comes from within and not from external circumstances. It taught you to differentiate between the genuine and the false. It taught you that you can survive even when everything seems impossible. And above all, it taught you humility and gratitude. The palace that awaits you is real, Leo. It's a new phase of your life where everything will flow in a way you can't even imagine possible now. Opportunities will appear out of nowhere. The right people will cross your path. Doors that have been closed for years will open suddenly. Money will start flowing in through ways you didn't even know existed. True and deep relationships will finally become part of your life. Your health will improve, your energy will return. Your joy will be renewed. But all this only makes sense because you crossed the desert. Only those who have known scarcity know how to value abundance. Only those who have cried in hardship know how to be grateful in victory. Only those who have been tested in solitude know how to recognize true companionship. Only those who have been broken know the importance of staying whole. So stop lamenting the desert, Leo. Be grateful for it because it was precisely there that you became worthy of the palace. It was there that you learned you don't need external approval to know your worth. It was there that you discovered you are capable of much more than you imagined. It was there that your faith was tested and approved. And now you are ready, completely ready to receive everything God has prepared. The desert is coming to an end, Leo. The last grains of sand are being crossed. Just ahead, you can already see the gleam of the palace. Keep walking, keep your faith, don't give up now that you're so close. Because I guarantee you one thing, when you finally enter that palace and look back, you will understand that every step in the desert had a purpose. And you will be grateful for everything, even the pain, because it was the pain that brought you here. Before I continue revealing the next truths, I need to make a very special request to you, the viewer. If this message is touching your heart, if you feel these words were written exactly for the moment you are living, then you need to be part of this community. Subscribe to the channel now. Activate the notification bell so you don't miss any messages the universe has for you. And leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. I want to know where in the world Leos are awakening to the power within them. This exchange of energy between us strengthens the entire community. And when you comment, you also bless other people who will read and identify with your story. And if these messages have truly made a difference in your life, if you feel this channel helps you reconnect with your faith and your purpose, consider becoming a supporter, a subscriber. Your support is what allows me to continue bringing these messages of light, hope, and transformation. Every bit of support, no matter how small, makes a huge difference and comes back to you multiplied in the form of blessings. So be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Now let's continue, because there's still a lot of powerful truth to be revealed about the reward that's coming your way. Fourth truth. You will recover everything that was stolen from you. Leo, I know you carry silent pain in your heart. Pain from things that were unjustly taken from you. Perhaps it was a relationship you truly invested in, but the person betrayed you. Perhaps it was a job where you gave your best but were dismissed without consideration. Perhaps it was money you lent and never saw again. Perhaps it was friendships you cultivated, but that abandoned you when you needed them most. Perhaps it was time wasted with the wrong people on the wrong paths with choices you made trusting but that led you to the wrong place. I want you to know something very powerful now. There is a spiritual law called the law of restitution. This law says that everything that was unjustly taken from you must be returned, and not just returned, but returned multiplied. It's as if the universe has a perfect balance, and when something is stolen from one side, a debt is created on the other. And that debt will be paid to you, Leo. God is just and does not allow his children to be wronged forever. The reward that is coming includes the recovery of everything you lost. But don't think it will be exactly the same. It won't be that person coming back, it won't be that job back, it won't be that specific money returning. It will be something much better. If you lost a relationship, you will receive true love, someone who will truly value you. If you lost a job, you will receive much better opportunities where your talent will be recognized. If you lost money, you will receive financial abundance in ways you can't even imagine. If you lost time, you will receive it back in the form of intense and meaningful experiences that will compensate for everything. Divine restitution is always superior to what was lost. Because God doesn't just give back, he improves. He doesn't just restore, he renews. He doesn't just replace, he multiplies. So Leo, stop looking back with sadness at what is gone. Start looking ahead with expectation for what is coming. Everything you lost opened space for something better to enter. Every door that closed was a door that would have led you to the wrong place anyway. Each person who left your life needed to leave so that the right people could enter. The universe was cleansing your life, removing everything that was old, broken, false, and superficial, to bring in new, solid, true, and profound things. And you will look back in some time and be grateful even for the losses, because you will realize that they were necessary for you to get where you need to be. But there is something very important you need to do to fully activate this restitution. You need to forgive those who took these things from you. You need to release these people from your heart. Because while you hold on to resentment, bitterness, and a desire for revenge, you are trapping your energy in the past. And the restitution that comes is from the future. It cannot enter if you are looking back. So do this exercise with me now. Take a deep breath and mentally say, I forgive, I release, I move on. Repeat this until you feel a lightness in your chest. Because this lightness is the sign that you are ready to receive. Fifth truth. Your faith will be publicly rewarded. Leo, how many times have you prayed alone? How many times have you talked to God when no one was watching? How many times have you kept your faith even when everyone around you doubted? How many times have you believed in something that seemed impossible? That silent faith, that faith you maintained in the early hours of the morning, in moments of despair, on days when everything conspired against you, that faith will be rewarded now. And it won't just be rewarded with private blessings, it will be rewarded publicly. People will see what God has done in your life, and will have to recognize that there is something special about you. They will have to admit that you were right to believe. They will have to accept that your faith moved mountains that they said were impossible to move. And this is not for you to boast about, Leo. It's so that your story serves as inspiration for other people. It's so that other Leos who are going through what you went through see your victory and don't give up. It's so that your life can be a living testament that it's worthwhile to trust, worthwhile to wait, worthwhile to believe. Because, you see, when you go through a difficult process and emerge victorious on the other side, you don't come out alone. You come out carrying a message, proof, evidence that God exists and acts in the lives of those who trust. And this message needs to be shared, needs to be seen, needs to inspire. That's why your reward will be public. That's why your victory will be noticed. That's why your life change will be evident to everyone. People will look at you and ask what happened, how you managed to turn things around. And then you can tell your story, you can share it, you can help others with your experience. But there's something more to this truth, Leo. The public reward of your faith also serves to silence those who mocked you. How many people laughed at your faith? How many people called you a dreamer, deluded, naive for believing? How many people said you were wasting your time praying, waiting, trusting? These people will see your reward and be speechless. Not because you need to prove anything to them, but because the truth always comes to light. Faith always proves effective in the end. God always honors those who trust in Him. And when that happens, Leo, keep your heart humble. Don't use your victory to humiliate anyone. Use your victory to glorify what truly matters, the strength that brought you here. Use your story to give hope, not to create envy. Use your transformation to inspire, not to generate comparisons. Because true greatness isn't about being above others. It's about being great enough to help others rise as well. And you have that greatness, Leo. You have that generosity of spirit. That's why God trusts to give you a public reward, because He knows you will use it in the right way. Sixth truth. Lost time will be rewarded with divine speed. This truth will bring enormous relief to your heart, Leo. I know you feel like you've wasted a lot of time, that you should be further ahead in life, that you've wasted years on things that haven't led you anywhere. You look at people your age and it seems like they're much further ahead, and that hurts. I know it hurts. But I need to reveal something that will completely change that perspective. The time you think you've lost wasn't lost. It was invested in something you couldn't see yet. It was invested in learning, in maturing, in preparation. And now comes the most powerful part. God will give you back that time in a supernatural way. He will accelerate processes in your life in a way that doesn't make sense in human logic. Things that would take years will happen in months. Achievements that seemed distant will suddenly materialize. Opportunities will appear in sequence, one after the other, without you even having time to process them. It's as if the universe goes into accelerated mode specifically for you to compensate for all the time you've waited. You're going to experience what I call divine speed. It's when things start happening so fast that you're sure it's not your ability. It's the hand of God moving everything in your favor. That project you've been trying to get off the ground for years will take off in weeks. That right relationship will appear when you least expect it. That financial change you needed will happen in a surprising way. That healing you sought will manifest. And it won't be because you did something different. It will be because the right time has come on God's clock. There is a time for everything under heaven, and your waiting time is over, Leo. Now is the time to reap, the time to receive, the time to live everything you've dreamed of. But to take full advantage of this divine speed, you need to be prepared for rapid changes. You can't be afraid when things start happening. You can't doubt when opportunities appear. You can't sabotage yourself by thinking you don't deserve it when blessings arrive. You need to be ready to say yes, to take steps of faith, to dive headfirst into the opportunities that will arise. Because this phase of speed has a window of opportunity, and you need to take advantage of it while it's open. It's like a giant wave. You need to know how to catch the wave at the right moment. And I tell you, Leo, the wave is forming now. Can you feel the energy changing? Can you perceive that something is different in the air? That's the sign that divine speed is beginning. So get ready, visualize, think about everything happening. Because when it starts, it will be like a high-speed train, and you won't want to be on the platform watching it go by. You'll want to be inside, enjoying every moment of this incredible journey that's beginning. Seventh truth. You will become the answer to other people's prayers. Leo, this truth is profound and will show you the true meaning of the reward that is coming. The blessing you will receive is not just for you, it is also through you. God will bless you in such a way that you will become a blessing in the lives of others. You will be the answer to someone's prayers. You will be the miracle someone is asking for. You will be the solution someone is seeking. And this will happen in ways you can't even imagine. Maybe you'll get a job and end up recommending it to other people who also need it. Maybe you'll be healed of something and your testimony will give hope to those who are sick. Maybe you'll receive financial abundance and be able to help those in need. Maybe you'll find the peace you were seeking and be able to advise those in torment. The true reward is not just in receiving. It's in becoming a channel of blessing. And Leo, you were born to shine, but not to shine alone. You were born to be like the sun, which illuminates everything around it. When the sun rises, it doesn't just illuminate one point. It illuminates the entire landscape. So will your reward be? When it arrives, it will overflow from you to the people around you. Your family will be blessed because of you. Your true friends will be impacted by your change. Even strangers will be touched by your story. And this will give you a feeling of accomplishment that no money can buy. Because in the end, Leo, what really matters is not what you accumulate, but what you share. It's not how much you have, but how much you transform. It's not the size of your blessing, but the size of your impact. And God knows this, which is why He chose you to receive this reward. Because He knows you have a generous heart. He knows you won't forget where you came from. He knows you will use your blessings to bless others. So when the reward arrives, don't forget this truth. Don't close yourself off, don't be selfish, don't keep everything just for yourself. Let it overflow. Share your joy. Share your achievements. Help those who are still struggling. Be the example you needed to have had. Be the support you wish you had received. Be the generosity you dreamed of finding. Because the more you give, the more you will receive. The more you bless, the more you will be blessed. The more you are a channel, the more will flow through you. This is an unbreakable spiritual law. And you, Leo, are about to experience this on a level that will surprise you. You will see that true wealth is not in what you keep, but in what you distribute. True joy is not in what you achieve alone, but in what you share with others. The true reward is not just in getting out of the desert, but in being able to go back there and help others get out too. Eighth truth. Your true identity will be revealed. Leo, for a long time you defined yourself by your circumstances. You defined yourself by your failures, your difficulties, your problems. You looked in the mirror and saw someone tired, defeated, small. But that was never your true identity. That was just a phase, a season, a difficult chapter in your story. The reward that is coming is not only external, it is also internal. You will rediscover yourself, you will reconnect with who you really are. You will look in the mirror and finally see what God has always seen in you. A winner, a warrior, someone special with a unique purpose. The true identity of a Leo is royalty, leadership, distinction. You were not born to live in mediocrity, you were born to shine. You were not born to be just another one in the crowd, you were born to stand out. You were not born to always follow, you were born to lead in some area of your life. And this identity was hidden under layers of disappointment, resentment, and weariness. But now these layers are being removed. You are awakening to who you really are. And when the reward arrives, it will confirm this identity. The opportunities that will arise will be leadership opportunities. The relationships that will emerge will see you for who you truly are. The achievements that will come will be compatible with your true essence. You will no longer need to pretend to be small to fit into small spaces. You will no longer need to dim your light so as not to bother others. You will no longer need to hide for fear of rejection. Because finally you will be in environments that value exactly who you are. Finally, you will be surrounded by people who celebrate your brilliance instead of trying to extinguish it. Finally, you will be living a life that reflects your true identity. And Leo, when that happens, you will wonder how you managed to live so long being less than you are. You will wonder how you accepted situations that did not honor your essence. You will wonder why it took you so long to awaken. But don't blame yourself for the time it took. Each person has their own time to awaken. The important thing is that now you are waking up. Now you are seeing. Now you are reconnecting with your truth. And this reconnection is a fundamental part of the reward. Because what good are external things if inside you still feel empty? What good is conquering the world but losing your essence? The true reward is complete. It transforms you inside and out. It changes your circumstances, but it also changes your perception of yourself. So prepare your heart for this revelation of identity. Prepare your mind to begin seeing yourself through God's eyes. Prepare your life to accommodate the greatness that exists within you, and that will finally be able to express itself freely. Ninth truth. You will understand that you were never alone. Leo, in the darkest moments of your journey, you felt completely alone. It seemed like no one understood you, no one saw you, no one cared. You carried burdens no one knew existed. You fought battles no one saw. You cried tears no one wiped away. And this loneliness was one of the deepest pains you experienced. But I want to reveal something that will change everything for you. You were never alone. In every moment of despair, there was a divine presence by your side. In every tear shed, There were angels collecting and transforming them into blessings. In every dark night, there was spiritual light protecting you even though you couldn't see it. The reward that is coming will prove this to you, because it will arrive in such synchronized, perfect ways, so impossible to be coincidence, that you will have to recognize that there was a greater force orchestrating everything. You will look back and connect the dots. You will realize that the door that closed saved you from a wrong path. You will understand that the person who left needed to leave so that the right person could enter. You will understand that the delay wasn't a delay, it was protection. You will recognize that it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. Everything has always been guiding you to this point, to this moment of reward. And Leo, when you have this revelation, when you understand that you were never alone, a profound peace will fill your heart. Because you will realize that you can trust the process, you can trust time, you can trust the journey. You will understand that even when you don't see the path, there is someone who sees it for you. Even when you don't have the strength to continue, there is a greater force sustaining you. Even when you think you won't succeed, there is a plan that is already guaranteeing your victory. This truth will transform not only your past, but also your future. Because when you know you are not alone, you face challenges with more courage. When you know you are being guided, you make decisions with more confidence. When you know you are being protected, you take risks with more boldness. And all this new level of confidence will attract even more blessings to your life. It will open even more doors. It will create even more opportunities. Because the universe responds to your faith, responds to your trust, responds to your certainty that you are cared for, loved, and destined for great things. So Leo, even before the reward fully arrives, begin to live from this truth. Begin to give thanks for the presence that has never abandoned you. Begin to recognize the signs that have always been there but you weren't seeing. Begin to trust that everything is being perfectly prepared for you. Because this trust is the key that opens the door to reward. 10th truth. Your testimony will inspire generations. This last truth is about the legacy you are building without even realizing it, Leo. Everything you've been through, everything you've overcome, everything you're about to achieve, isn't just about you. It's about all the people who will look at your story and find the strength not to give up. It's about all the Leos who are now in the desert and will be inspired by your arrival at the palace. It's about all the people who have lost hope and will recover when they see that you succeeded. Your life is becoming a living testament to the power of faith, the strength of perseverance, the reality of divine promises. And this testimony will transcend time. It will impact people you don't even know. It will transform lives you can't even imagine. Because when you experience a true transformation, when you go through a real process of overcoming, your story carries an energy that touches the hearts of those who listen. It's not just words, it's life pulsating through your experiences. And Leo, this is a sacred responsibility. That's why you can't give up now. That's why you can't succumb to sadness. That's why you can't stop believing. Because your victory isn't just yours. It belongs to everyone who needs to see that it's possible. Think about the people who will hear your story in a few years. Think about your children, grandchildren, and family members who will be inspired by you. Think about the friends who are going through difficulties now and will remember your overcoming of challenges to find strength. Think even of strangers who will cross your path and be impacted by your transformation. You are building something much bigger than personal achievements. You are building a legacy of faith, an example of courage, living proof that God does not abandon his children. And the reward that is coming will be so evident, so striking, so transformative, that your story will be etched in the memory of everyone who knows you. People will talk about you. They will use your example to motivate themselves. They will remember you when they are thinking of giving up. And that, Leo, that is immortality. Not physical immortality, but the immortality of impact. The certainty that you passed through this world and left positive marks. The peace of knowing that your existence had meaning and purpose. So when the reward arrives, don't stay quiet. Share your story. Tell what you went through and how you overcame it. Be transparent about the difficulties but also about the victories. Because your authenticity will be the bridge that other people will use to cross their own deserts. Your vulnerability will give permission for others to be vulnerable. Your courage will awaken courage in other hearts. And in the end, Leo, you will realize that the greatest reward was not what you received, but who you became in the process, and who you helped others become through your example. We've reached the end of this powerful message, Leo. And if you're here now, if you watched until the end, it's because your heart recognized the truth that was spoken. You recognized that yes, a gigantic reward is being prepared for you. You felt that your time is coming, that your victory is near, that everything you went through was not in vain. These 10 truths that I revealed here are not just information. They are spiritual confirmations of what is happening behind the scenes of the universe. Every tear you shed is being rewarded. Every effort is being multiplied. Every moment of faith is being honored. Your enemies will witness your victory, but you will be so busy living your blessings that you won't even care about them. The desert you crossed prepared you for the palace that awaits you just ahead. Everything that was stolen from you will be restored multiplied. Your faith will be publicly rewarded, proving to everyone that you were right to believe. The time you think you lost will be compensated with divine speed, doing in months what should take years. You will become the answer to other people's prayers, a channel of blessing through which the universe will flow to transform lives. Your true identity of royalty, leadership, and prominence will finally be revealed, and you will live according to your essence. Looking back, you will understand that you were never alone, that there was always a divine presence guiding everything. And your testimony will inspire generations, touching hearts you can't even imagine. So Leo, what do you need to do now? First, keep your faith unwavering. The reward is coming, have no doubt. Second, prepare your heart, cleanse any resentment, forgive those who need to be forgiven, because the blessing comes with lightness. Third, pay attention to the signs, the opportunities, the doors opening, because when it begins, it will be fast. And fourth, don't forget to share your blessings when they arrive. Be a channel, not a dam. And now I make a final invitation to you. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now, because many more powerful messages are coming to guide your journey. Activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos, because each message is a piece of the puzzle of your transformation. And if this video deeply touched your heart, if you felt it was made especially for you, leave a comment below saying, yes, I received my reward, I am ready, I am prepared, I believe. Because when you declare it with your words, you spiritually activate what is coming to you. And if you are able, consider becoming a supporter, a subscriber to the channel. Your support is what allows more and more people to be reached by these messages of hope. And everything you give comes back multiplied, remember? So don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell, comment, and support. Now I'll leave you with a final question to reflect on. When your reward arrives, when everything I've talked about here begins to manifest in your life, what will you do with it? How will you use your blessings? Who will you help? What kind of legacy do you want to build? Think about it, because the reward is coming, and you need to be ready not only to receive it, but to manage everything that is coming. May God bless you abundantly, Leo. May all these truths manifest clearly and powerfully in your life. May you live to tell your story of overcoming and inspire many others. Your time has come. Your reward is on its way. Keep your faith and prepare your heart. I believe in you and I believe in the promises that are upon your life. Until the next video, stay in the light, stay in faith, stay certain that the best is yet to come. A huge hug to your heart.